Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist while I point to God.
Big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen off the play fake. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen. Flush to his right. And, right away, he lost the football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now Kelly. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, that's a drive. Confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Ready.
33. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Bravo.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 pitch first. Watch the screen. Hey, exit. Rock it. Now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Kelly, and the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. To throw, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Throwing on first down is Allen. On the move to his left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
56.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. On play action, Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
No. Hey, on 133. Up. Hey, Foxtrot.
Get the eggs of Mike. Go get the eggs of Mike. Bring it.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Hey, alert!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. To return is Roberts. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Being shaped, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
That is how you flip field position. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, it's Grant. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They will run with Grant. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Regular. Hurry!
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go.
58.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Grant. Muscles him off. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Real. Hey, Alpha.
58, Mike.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Run.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Man, I got you.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Parkey adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run on first down. Grant. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mayfield on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Hey, orbit.
Launch 49. Here we go. 49, guys. Mike.
Run. Hey, we heavy on the edge.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And their yard line is where they take over. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now McCoy. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from this.
That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Joker, 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 Joker.
King.
49. You remember me?
Here's Grant. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Hey, alert!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They go back to Grant. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
56. Hey, whoa. He's coming. We got double up.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Allen looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He finds McCoy. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air, Allen looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Allen. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Allen to throw once more. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Hooked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Grant, and he stopped immediately there. Taron Johnson made the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd down and 13.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
At their own 48-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Taki in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Allen. And the grab by Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Landry, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a... Fighting him off, shoves him away. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Grant, 52 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Grant, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's the fullback, Rukowski, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cleveland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes,